As we travel the Christian path, many questions arise as we pass through different experiences. How to reconcile God's love with suffering and loss. Two less serious questions we sometimes encounter are, what happens when we die? What does a triune God mean? 3 in 1, how can that be? These questions are touched on, not answered, in this final poem. It is called Young Becoming. Remember, this is only my perception. Young Becoming. Somewhere far away from earth, I lay in darkness thick and deep, unfeeling, unknowing, unaware. Then suddenly I was awake and in a dream. Somewhere someone was making music, soft, low, enchanting, enticing. The air felt crisp, fragrant, pure. My mind, which had become slow and confused, now buzzed with curiosity and wonder, asking questions, demanding answers, and my heart, a stuttering, hesitant, faulty old pump, now beat strongly, regularly, sending waves of peace coursing powerfully through my veins and into my body. My body, old, feeble, flabby, frail, a body I thought I had lost, suddenly powered me to my feet, and I stood there, energized, powerful, strong, vital, eager for adventure, ready to take on what life could throw at me. I was in a valley, banked on either side by gentle rolling hills. At the end of the valley, a movement caught my eye, and as I watched, the shadows parted, and out of them came a man riding on a donkey. He rode to within a few yards of me and stopped. "Hi," he said, dismounted and sat down beside me. He went on as if I knew what he was talking about. "I've just left Dad. He's in his workshop finishing off our latest project." He cocked his head, listening. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, here comes the finished project now. The air thrummed, wings whirred, and a multitude of birds whose likes I had never seen, flashing colours I had never seen, filled the sky, all but blotting out the sun. "Look," he said, pointing. "There's Stumpy, there's Loopy, and Dizzy, and oh look, there's Tiny Tim. Mustn't forget him." "Now," he said, pointing down the valley, "that's something we prepared earlier. You see those ferns, those grasses, shrubs, saplings, flowers? Well, we know every one of them, every blade of grass, every petal, and, nodding towards the sky, every feather." He paused and looked at me. "You won't believe this, but we also know you. I designed you. Father made you. The Holy Spirit breathed life into you, and here you are in our kingdom. You have come a long way to get here, and you have a long way still to go. We have been waiting and preparing for your arrival. To welcome you, we have a gift, a special gift. It is a name, the name becoming, becoming. You were, you are, and you're going on to become what we have always hoped and planned for you to be. Becoming, growing, developing into your unique, completed self. We name you Young Becoming. Young Becoming. He grinned. We sat, silent, whilst my mind grappled to make sense out of what he had just said. The donkey stamped a foreleg and nudged him as if to say, time we were going. He rose and gently stroked the velvet muzzle. Don't go, I said. Don't go. I have so many things I want to say, so many questions I need to ask you. Anyone in particular? Yes. What does a triune God mean? How can you be three and yet one? How is that possible? He looked at me and said, we made you. We created you. You are made in our image. And you too are three in one. And more. You're a son. You're a father. You gave life, breathed life into a child. He swung up on the donkey and seeing my befuddled look said, as you might say, young becoming, don't sweat it, accept it. He rode off. Overhead the birds went with him, singing and swooping in a soaring symphony of grace and colour and movement, whilst underfoot the flowers and the grasses bowed low before him as he rode on by.